Action? Okay.
So what are we doing today?
Alright, so we're up on top of Shaw Butte Mountain. That's about 2,100 feet high, and we got a 150-foot tower right beside this shack. So today we're going to find out for this environment what manufacturer is better. Ubiquiti, Cambium, or Mimosa. We have all three. We're going to bolt them up on the tower that we'll show you later, right above each other. So it's going to be bam, bam, bam. And I'm putting a server here that I'm going to TeamViewer into it so I can power each port on and off while we're at the testing sites. We're going to be testing at 4.9 miles away from this mountain. And we're going to power each one separately. So that way nobody can say, oh, it's self-interference and so on, because they are all going to be pointed in the same direction. So today we're going to find out for this environment. We all know every environment's different. Another tower, another brand might operate better than another one, because this is a very noisy environment. On any frequency, whether it's 2 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, 3, 11, we all fight like a 92, like an egg 92 noise. It's not fun.
Ew.
Yeah, not so good. But at the elevation this is at, and we'll show you what we're overlooking, basically all of Phoenix, like south, central, west, north Phoenix, we can all see line of sight from this location. So it's like we're sacrificing fighting noise for line of sight, which we still get pretty good performance. This wire is powering a point-to-point, a dedicated link off for a radio station about 8 miles away, and we still pull about 200 plus megs through this air fiber.
With all the noise?
With all the noise, yeah.
Are we using the same antenna on all of them?
The Mimosa isn't compatible with the 30-degree sectors, so I do have a 45-degree sector on the Mimosa. So actually the Mimosa will have a little bit of a disadvantage versus the Ubiquiti and the Cambium, because both of those are going to be on 30-degree sectors, so they're going to have a more narrow beam. To where the Mimosa would have had to buy adapters and shit, and I got to screw it.
That big of a difference.
Yeah, but the gain on the Mimosa's sector is also like 2 dB better. So it might actually just even out, because the 30 degrees are like 21.5 dB versus the Mimosa's 22 dB. So, but
A little bigger, but a little more gain. So
yeah, so we'll see how. It'll be interesting.
Look at that. Yeah. Computer link. Focus, you fuck.
Yeah. I forget whose liquidation this came out of. But it's a super micro. But they give you like a space here to brand it however you want.
Right.
So I don't know who Computer Link is.
I used to work on super micro servers. They were a little bit bigger than this.
Yeah.
But they were for a radio station. No joke. The first time I saw one of these servers, I was in Vegas a few weeks before, and was listening to the radio station.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of awesome. It was a really cool radio station too, but I don't think it's around anymore. It was online, and you would do like everything that was played was like voted on by everybody.
Huh.
So every song was like, before the song was over, they'd put up a list of songs. Everyone would like vote on it and stuff, and then the next song would be whatever people voted on. But they used to use these little, they were a little bit bigger than that, but those same kind of servers.
Yeah. They're $200 and
Yeah, useful as shit.
they got an 8-core atom in it. So it's not the most powerful shit in the world.
No.
But it's like
It'll work.
yeah, and these make like amazing PF Sense or Untangle routers.
Yeah.
Because they're not that deep. So you can put them like on a whatever telecom rack, because like in these, you can't put like full 24 or 29 inch depth servers.
Because as you see, these racks are really weird. they're not like racks. It's just like a rail system kind of. So if you put a big ass server,
Yeah.
not only is it not going to be supported, no one's going to be able to walk over here.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird data center setup. Not really a data center, but
Yeah,
it's just kind of
networking gear, because in the summer,
kind of weird.
It's a little bit over 90 degrees in here.
In the summer, it gets a little toasty in here.
Yeah, it's not good for servers. For this,
No.
like network gear, the MikroTik, the Cisco routers, even that Super Micro, I'm not going to leave it in here.
Yeah.
Unless I figure out a better way of cooling it, maybe 4 or 5 more fans. But to be honest, I don't really need it. I'm going to have probably an edge router here that I just open VPN to the site, and I control it remotely through that. It just makes more sense.
Yep. Plus 90 degrees inside. Yeah, servers don't like warm weather like that.
No, for sure.
At least it's cheap, and if it blew up, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. Like, if it blew up, I don't really care.
Not the end of the world.
Definitely temporary. Do not do this for permanence. Because
Yeah.
anybody come by, brush the thing, it's gonna fall.
Jon and his jank.
Yeah. Maybe with enough electric tape, I can wrap it around it and like make a cone.
It looked like a hornet's nest of freaking electrical tape.
Yeah,
Like a giant wad of tape.
exactly.
But it'll work for now. Man, this Ups has had a rough life. Like, listen to the fan. Ew. This is the Cool Gear tour. I got a lot of interesting stuff in here, like a Kenwood RF power amp. I didn't even know Kenwood made that kind of stuff, but kind of awesome. BW Broadcast, whatever that is. There's our slightly abused Ups. MikroTik switches and routers and stuff. Everyone loves these things. Oh, look at it. It's so cute. It's working good again in the relay house, so I might just leave it for now. Although trying to power another radio with it might be a problem. A couple old-ass CRT monitors. I don't know what the hell those are for. Oh, this thing looks so old.
This is SRP.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Apparently this is SRP shit.
This is their oscilloscope for checking some of the power lines.
Ooh. This rack kind of got my attention because KLVA is a channel here. I don't know what channel, but it's a broadcast TV station. So we are coming from where the broadcast is coming. We are at where the broadcast is coming from, if I can talk. Sage Digital something or another. Pico Digital. Digital media receiver. All kinds of crazy stuff in here. I don't know about you guys, but I think this shit's kind of cool. This is stuff you're not going to see, like, anywhere, ever. Unless you're in some crazy-ass data closet like this. Nuam newscaster. Probably going to have to blur out those frequencies.
I mean, they can try to interfere with those frequencies. It'll just get them a lawsuit.
Yeah, true. It is registered stuff, but
yeah, you can look at all of
I guess it really doesn't matter. Troll.
Yeah.
I like the LEDs. Ooh.
I've never heard of it. Mimosa Wireless. I don't know who that is.
He wants to know if Mimosa Wireless is any good. Man, that is some beefy ass cabling right there. Holy doggy. Look at this shit. Good God.
It's just LMR cable inside of it. This is just armor.
Shielding or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so like birds and shit can't get through it.
Well, yeah, it's hard as hell. Like,
It's steel, stainless steel.
that would be why. Oh, it's almost like conduit, kind of.
Yeah. It's Flex Romax.
Interesting. Never seen that shit before. And they went ham and went Cisco. Oh, yeah. Like that fucking switch you sent me. This is the #1 rated. It's like, yeah, it's $5,800. It better be.
Yep. The funny thing is, like, Natonix is right underneath it.
Yeah, Natonix is right under it for $300 or whatever.
Exactly.
I wonder what the Motorola shit is.
It's for a bunch of like old school whisk guys will probably get triggered as fuck, but it's for the old Canopy shit. That's before Cambium was Cambium.
Oh.
Because Cambium bought Canopy from Motorola.
Oh.
And they were just plain out fucking shitty radios.
Yeah. Nice.
So like all the old school whisk guys will just probably have a twitch when you say Canopy.
Nice. Cornucopia antennas. Apparently these are old AT&T, an old AT&T setup. It's an interesting tower too. It has like a central pole, and then they built the tower around the pole. It's not like the freestanding tower that they built right next to it. This is kind of how they do it now. This one has a pole going up the middle. Very interesting.
Sure. Thanks. Appreciate you.
And then that's our tower. Or quote unquote, or behind it rather. The taller one. Quote unquote ours.
Thank you. So sweaty. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you, back to you.
Can definitely see everything from up here. Have a good one.
You too.
Freaking line of sight for days. Then you have random pile of rocks with a flag. Made it to the top. It's a beautiful day. Alrighty. How cool is this thing? This is a micro tick, I believe, map light. It's a little tiny access point. Runs on PoE. You can stick this little bastard anywhere. It's awesome. My inner my inner hacker is like, ooh, that could be fun. How to ladder 101 right here.
You can level
it
with a rock.
You just shove a rock under it, and then, you know, if you fall off, you're only falling in some razor wire and barbed wire. And then off a cliff. No problem.
Okay, now I'm recording. Holy shit. Alright, so I was talking to myself and not recording.
You were practicing.
I was practicing, yes. So, as I said before, but you wouldn't have heard, this is our good old trusty Herb. And this is the tower that we actually were going to use. See the platform up here? That's about 80 some feet. And that right there, we were going to mount on originally to shoot over this way. But we saw this available space, and it's half price to be on the building versus the tower. And this still has perfect line of sight to hit where we want to hit to do our testing. So this radio is a Mimosa A5C. This radio is a Ubiquiti Rocket AC Gen 2. This radio is a Cambium 3000L. So I'm like anti-fanboy everything. I test everything to decide what I'm going to use. Most everybody's opinions, they say one guy is better than another. When I ask why, they just say the other stuff's shit. Okay. Well, that's not a reason. Why is it shit? That's what I want to find out. And most of you guys are going to be like, why are you mounted around all these dishes? Isn't that really noisy? Well, most of these are abandoned. They actually are not even powered. And the few that are, like this one is powered. This one is actually mine. So I know what frequencies are on this one, so I don't interfere with it. These other ones, if they are powered, they're all licensed links that are not in the same spectrum, so I don't gotta worry about it. But here is our line of sight. So depending on who wins the battle, all right, cut more back because the file size was too large. But as I was saying, this is all of our line of sight. We're going to be doing testing down in this area. So before you guys ask, well, these are going to interfere with each other, I have an atonic switch here, this guy, and I labeled all the ports in software. So I got a server downstairs plugged into a cellular modem, so that way I can remote into it from the testing location, and I'm going to power these up one at a time. So that way we can put all these on the same frequency, test the CPEs, we got all the CPEs in the truck, and measure the performance to see who gets better reception, who has more traffic across the link. So we're going to be running iPerf from the server downstairs to the laptop at the test location through the link.
Have I ever mentioned I'm never coming up here again? And to think people do this shit for fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony does. I do it because I just want to get shit.
Yeah, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, but
I would not do this for fun.
yeah.
I have a truck that could do this shit before.
Yeah.
Well,
I see why you bought it now.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense. This is like barely passable.
Yeah. And,
Looks like we're driving off a cliff.
Because we kind of are. Yeah. We're just gonna take a turn right before the edge.
Yeah. I really don't like this.
Yeah. Well,
You should see the site I went to in the Wallapies in Kingman. That site, you go up, and then you back up the next one. And then you go up, and you back up the next
not
one.
even a switchback,
No,
huh?
no.
Jeez. Yeah, I'll hard pass on that one too. Thank you very much.
Oh, it was fun.
Yeah, that's all you. That's why we pay you the big bucks, Herb.
That's right.
Yep. I hear something clanging.
yeah, that wasn't clanging.
Yeah. I think we've rattled something loose.
I think so. When I went down to grab Herb, I heard that. I'm like, that wasn't clanging on the way up.
No. Making good noises. Good noises. That's the sound you want your vehicles to make.
Well, when you're doing this shit, it just happens.
Yep, it does. That's the nature of it. We're down the pipe. Ooh. We're shooting right through there. Right there. Right between those trees. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. Damn, I didn't know you were this high speed. Look at this. An actual tripod.
Use a photo tripod for it.
Yeah. I was expecting you to have like a piece of pipe or something like usual.
We found some other Ubiquiti shit
No.
Okay.
and some other Air Max. Another Air Max. AP 2600. There we go. GeekFi SB UBNT. So we can't hit connect from this screen.
I know. That's why I don't know why you went to this screen. If you go to this one
Yeah.
and then you do the select,
Mm-hmm.
it does the same thing, but you can connect to it.
Yeah. Well, these have already been paired, so.
What's it seeing the GeekFi at?
Brent exited out before I saw it.
I did. Because I'm a Mac person.
Neg 90.
Okay. But it's seeing it.
It's seeing it.
You have to hit scan again.
I meant to hit
Oh.
select.
A few moments later.
So first results are in.
After some finagling.
Yeah, we had to reset the CPE and everything. So I pre-tested all this shit in a field last night. So that way we could just bolt the shit up, point it at each other, and they connect.
Yeah, about
Ubiquiti never likes it. Like, no matter what you do, you can do all the preparation in the world. It'll still make you.
Moral of the story, just give Herb a new radio. And set it up at the site.
Then it works.
Which all of the people that tell in the WISP industry, all the old school guys will be like, pre-programmed,
first.
pre-registered,
Yeah.
then take into the field, unless it's Ubiquiti,
Then don't.
then don't. All right,
Wise.
speed-wise, at 4.9 miles, and neg 77 on the CPE side, neg 83 on the radio side, we're pulling about, honestly, it's probably going to pull 10 and 10. Yeah, that's probably what it's going to pull through.
Probably. Something around there.
Yeah, because it's saying 15 and 17. Real world, probably 10 and 10.
And you could bump it to 40 megahertz and it might get a little bit more chooch, but then you run into noise issues because up there it's a little bit noisy. So it's kind of a...
Yeah, just a tad.
I've never been able to get this speed test to work.
So this one is
Ask for something to set up.
Yeah.
Set up.
168.1.166 because I set static on that radio.
Free TV?
What's that?
Is your antennas for free TV?
Yeah.
No,
His is.
Mine is. I'm with this truck. These guys are with my internet service.
yeah.
But
Yours
yeah,
is free?
I do TV antennas. Yes.
You got a card?
Sure.
Is that what an antenna looks like now?
No, this is a network antenna for internet service.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I've never seen that one.
Kind of looks like that one on the side of the truck.
Yours
Yep.
like the one inside the truck?
Yeah.
You do it on condos?
Condos are tricky. Sorry,
Is
man,
it?
that's the only one I got.
Because you got to get approval.
Yeah, because most of the time they don't let you put it on the roof. Like if you have an access area where the air conditioning.
We went up to X4.
are and stuff.
Now back to X2.
Like, see wherever your neighbors have satellite dishes.
Right. Yeah, they do.
And
That's where they put it?
And
Yeah.
It kind of goes.
All right.
it's not awful download speeds.
Yeah.
It's okay. The upload's a little...
Yeah.
Little rough.
People like
Somewhere where you can
For most people, it won't
if it's a girl's cam studio,
Yeah.
it's not gonna work.
Might have a little trouble.
Yeah.
Then you need to get them to give you
So-
put a TV antenna near the
Oh, you know what?
peak of the roof.
Cool. So
It still work because
good enough. Honestly, we could set a client up with this,
I have
and it would be decent.
that is
Yeah.
facing.
If we tweak it,
We can work.
yeah, like if it's on top of somebody's roof, it would be a bit better than this.
What would it be the cost?
So we'll call that.
Just really depends
Kinda
on the
shooting
number
through
of
some
TVs
trees and
on
stuff,
hookup
too.
like that.
Yeah.
Generally, a typical install runs about
Cool.
80.
So let's go ahead and switch.
Yeah, that's what-
So like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know.
talking. Is it horizontal or vertically polarized? I'm just asking. Okay.
I just know that the
M goes up.
yep.
So after a slight location change due to some overzealous mall cops, we're just right up the street. We're moving on to the Mimosa.
5 hours later.
I know where all the cops hang out now. They called in.
Yeah.
God, if we have to fucking move again, I swear to God, if we have to move again because of this shit, what the fuck?
Yep.
Cops like we don't care.
Yeah.
So this one's at
64.
Yep.
Wow. Good little dish.
Mm-hmm.
and that's with your duct tape mod.
Yeah,
Or electrical
and that's with the power turned down to 16 to where the Ubiquiti was on 28.
Okay.
Wow. Rip Ubiquiti.
Yeah.
Damn. There you go. That's pretty cut and dry. 64 versus not even connected.
Okay, so now you need to
Barely connected.
look at the different horns up there. As long as we're here, you can change between those three antennas on the hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I can just do that through the Natonics. So.
Yep. So swap into the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So our little cardboard contraption here is, yeah, it kind of got a little smushed, but we're gonna make it happen.
I think homeless guy just said mommy.
No, he said, help me.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It's definitely not what I got out of it.
I grew up in Ohio with everybody
Yeah.
with the hillbilly accents.
Apparently you speak homelessese a little better. Great. Here we go with the cops. Fucking fantastic.
You guys don't have anything to do with the bank, do you?
Nope.
Pardon me?
Nope.
I was just wondering if you guys had anything to do with the bank.
No.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Because cops are like, I don't care what you do as long as nobody calls me for
Yeah, really.
whatever you're doing.
Unlike fucking Paul Blart Mall cop
Yeah.
we ran into a second ago. Fucking cocksucker. Private property. Who cares, dude? Stupid.
Hey, gives them something to do, man. They had to, justifies their existence.
I
in that
guess.
little electric car.
It's like, I know, yeah, it's like, I know you want to drive the little electric cart around and stuff, but come on, man.
I
Jeez.
thought it was hilarious. It's like, oh, seriously? Okay.
Yeah. Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
This one connect already too?
Link quality 100%. Capacity 7%. Oh, disconnected. It was connected. So if we go here.
Yep, so it's Cambium time now. After a stellar showing from Mimosa, that's a hell of a thing.
Wireless stay down. So SMD registered. Rejected what?
Nope, got to do some tweaking. It's connected now, and it has a negative, what did you say, 68?
69.
Giggity.
Wireless link tests. Start.
It would probably be a whole lot better if you actually had it on a solid mount. But
Well, yeah, well, I mean, Herb is solid as a rock.
there you go.
So we got up. Looks like to 6.5 megabits. Let's do a 20-second test.
All right,
What says our average was 8.25. Let's test it for a solid 20 seconds.
Cool. So we're connected at, what was the signal? 68?
62 on this one.
Is that what it was?
Monitor, wireless.
64.
Yeah.
So we're at a 64.
Yeah.
If it'll focus, thank you.
And we're at 5.8 gigahertz, which actually is noisier up there than the 5165.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So to make it valid all the way across the board, you got to test them all on the same frequency.
Okay. So
Yeah,
let's
we're
go
gonna-
ahead and do that.
We're going to change the frequency on this one.
6.5 hours later.
So we're connected at, what was the signal? 68?
62 on this one.
Is that what it was?
Monitor, wireless.
64.
Yeah.
So we're at a 64.
Yeah.
If it'll focus, thank you.
And we're at 5.8 gigahertz, which actually is noisier up there than the 5165.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So to make it valid all the way across the board, you got to test them all on the same frequency.
So
Yeah,
let's
we're
go
gonna-
ahead and do that.
We're gonna change the frequency on this one.
Several bad puns later.
We had to reboot everything and then reboot it again,
Oh,
and then it worked.
yeah, we rebooted the
Yep.
CPE, and then we had to reboot the freaking access point. So
Yep. And don't Google any errors about Cambium, because it makes no sense.
okay. So on 5.8 gigahertz, we had
Yeah.
about, what was it, like 17 down.
Yeah, somewhere around
4
there.
up. On 5180, we're getting,
Basically nothing.
yeah, 1.4 megabits.
Yeah, the last test was run
You're
on
getting
a
what?
different spectrum, a different frequency.
So
we changed it to
I'm
the
only
same
getting
as the other one.
1.49 down
Oh, okay.
and like 0.04 up. To where on 5.8, we were getting like 15, 16 megs down
Huh.
and about 10 up.
Well, the other part of this is because, you know, it's dark. Maybe there. How's that look?
That's what it's at now.
Still at 74.
Still at 74.
Oh, okay.
I actually went from 73 to 74.
Dude fell over the wall, and I think that chick just stole all his shit.
Yeah. We're back to 74. It's like,
Okay.
you're
Well,
sleeping outside, so
So I think that's about as good as we're gonna get on this out at that frequency.
yeah.
Was it Mimosa at that frequency?
No, Mimosa was on 5165 too.
Okay. So Mimosa's just the man.
Yeah, so far, that's what it's looking like.
Nope. Connected.
Hey, we didn't need a reset at this time.
Yay.
Oh, good. What's it at?
78.
78. Yep.
So 75.
75.
Come on, Ubiquiti. You can do it.
Do it.
Take down the Mimosa.
So we're gonna try to align
Yep.
Ubiquiti a little bit better just to give it its best shot.
That's right.
Even though the Mimosa, we just kind of stuck it there with a roll of electric tape.
That's true. We did. It really does
I mean, to
kind of
give
say something.
like Ubiquiti some favor, at least it has fine tuning.
Yeah, really.
So the Mimosa does not.
Apparently Mimosa's just like, we don't need that shit.
Yeah, we just fucking work.
Electrical tape and all.
We're at 76. Just went balance between -81 and 83 on the sector side.
Yeah, so your upload speed's kind of garbage. See, because this is 4.19 miles. It's not really that much further or closer than the other one.
Yeah, we went from 4.9 to 4.1 mile.
4.2 if you want to round it, but
Yeah.
either way, it's not really that much closer.
This site just has better line of sight.
Yeah.
That's about. But I actually, the testing between the LiteBeam from there to here, it's still like next 75. I think that's what we got over there also.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
See, and we're pumping a shit ton more power out
Yeah.
than we were with the other radios also.
Yep. All right, so after much testing
An entire day.
and retesting, yes, an entire day. I'm going to be on crutches for the rest of the week. The winner is by a landslide. It's not even freaking close. The best we could do with the other two was 74-ish,
we got 72,
somewhere around there on the Cambium, and 74
4.
or so on the Ubiquiti, and this just smoked them. Like, not even with the tape mount, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even remotely close.
For like fine tuning and shit like that, like Ubiquiti wins.
Yeah, because this mount, it's just,
There's no adjustment.
it is what it is.
Granted, we can get the C5C and put different antennas on it that would have fine tuning, but like, granted,
It didn't matter.
this is the CPE that
Yeah.
is the most cost effective that most installers are going to use.
Well, there you go.
We got neg 74, neg 64, 74, and
Yep.
72
On the Cambium.
on the Cambium.
Plus, Cambium was a pain in the ass. So,
Cambium, very not user friendly.
yeah, so at the end of the day, for this test, Mimosa all day.
Yep.
How about that?